This vlog episode was filmed 2 weeks ago, 2 days before we found out that baby died. And I just got around to watching it today, and it's like the only footage we have of his life that was so short with us. And there's a part of me that decided that maybe we shouldn't publish this, but actually it's true, and I think it's the most special way we know to honor his life that he had and the time that we did spend with him. So we're gonna publish this vlog episode, even though it's a bit tough for us to see it now, but this is the life of a child we no longer have.
You say more. Okay, say more. Hi.
Who's an older cousin? Huh? You the big boy around here now? Mm-hmm. You ready to be knocked off the totem pole?
Mm-hmm. Knocked off to the road.
I still think you're kind of cute though. Aww. Last night, I became an uncle for the first time with a nephew on my side of the family. We were out on our date and we get this text message from my sister. My water just broke and I feel like I have to push. The problem is, when I got this text message, it said received 12 minutes ago. So we were 5 minutes away. Cammie hopped in the car and she raced right here. I like stayed back with our friends to pay the bill and to finish eating.
I parked really quickly. I ran in, and then literally 1 to 2 minutes later, the baby was born. So I barely made it.
Mother, congratulations.
Thank
on being
you.
a new grandma. How's it feel?
Oh, blessed. Wonderful.
What was it like?
Well, it was good to see that Hanna did well, you know, calm, and I think she was rather afraid that she didn't want to have a false alarm.
I know, I saw those ambulances and I thought that was for the baby. I was like,
Oh my.
ugh.
I'm cramming for the quiz. Off. Come. Rest. No. Oops. Knock. Early, according to her due date, but then when he came. We are gonna go see the new mommy and our new nephew.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I
Look at that. Hello.
Sweetness.
Hey guys, this is Owen. It's your new cousin.
Nice tank top.
Reppin'.
So where was the baby born?
The baby was born right where, kind of where Eden is.
Right here?
Yeah.
You want to reenact it?
We're good. Just imagine it.
A little too soon?
Too soon.
Just imagine blinking and then a baby flying out of you.
I'll show you. Oh, we got a reenactment here. Okay. Let's see it. Oh. It's kind of like. It's kind of like. Bam, baby. One fell swoop.
Bam, baby. That's actually pretty accurate. I was there.
How's it feel seeing your first kid?
It's like nothing else, I guess. I would say. Kind of hard to compare it to more mundane experiences.
Was it what you thought it was gonna be?
No. It was so fast, and it was very clear that my body was in control, and my body was telling me that you have to push now, this is happening. And I did everything I could to try to stop it before the midwife came, but
there's only so much you can
oh
do.
my god. Cross your legs.
Yeah,
That's cool that you waited for Cammie to get here.
Yeah, that's totally what my agenda was right there. But yeah, it happened really fast, and it was really cool. Our midwives were super cool. There's a lot less cleanup than I thought there'd be, so.
Yeah. That is so cool. Now we're heading out to go get lunch with the kids for their goal evaluation.
Memory is joining us for our goal meeting this week because she did her vlog, and it 7-1 last week, so we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm glad I had a big breakfast because I'm not gonna eat here. 7-1 again. So it looks like I'm gonna starve or something. This is ridiculous.
Right now, I am heading into a business meeting to discuss this valuation for a business that I'm selling. I think I might receive an offer today. Today's vlog has been kind of a cluster. We actually had something else planned altogether, which now we're gonna push off till next week because the baby was born, which is much more exciting. It's really strange being over there with my sister and brother-in-law having their first baby. I find myself like seeing things in there where I'm like, oh my gosh, you're doing it wrong. Like, the temperature's off, or the baby's not wrapped correctly, or all this stuff. But I just have to think back, like, oh my gosh, like we've raised 6 kids and we have all these opinions on how it should be done now. But our first kid, you know, we had no idea what we're doing, and you're just figuring it out. And also, I don't really think there is a right way to do most of these things, even though we have our right way that we feel like is like common sense to us. It's hard not to say something though, because I'm like, oh, you need help, or I need to fix this. When really, I think the best thing to do in terms of giving them confidence as parents is just to offer suggestions when they're requested, and really just love them and tell them they're doing a good job and we're proud of them, because we are. 1 year ago, Will moved here and was living on our couch. And this is after almost a year of separation and talk about divorce, because they were living in different states and didn't know if their marriage was gonna work out. And this last year, they've really like fought for it. And they've made some decisions that I think are just like game changers. So for me to see them now have a baby, like a baby doesn't solve problems, that's for gosh dang sure.
Yeah.
But I think if a couple is open to receiving the blessing that is a child, I just feel like you can miss out on so much if you're not open to that. I never hear people that are growing regret having children.
It doesn't mean life gets easier, but I do believe that life gets better with children, which I think are two very different things, easier and better.
Is it hard for you in there? Like, what do you say?
Well, I was just thinking, like, why is no one holding the baby? I just remembered how we were with Dove and how, you know, we just didn't hold her as much as we held Rainier.
I don't even remember like Dove's childhood or like her baby stage. Like, I feel like I was hardly even there. I mean, like I was there physically, but I feel like I was hardly there mentally.
I think children help you become less self-absorbed. Might be one of the only ways to become less self-absorbed. I felt like we had to keep having them, like, to get less and less self-absorbed.
Yeah, we've been parenting for 16 years, and I consider us way more the benefactors than our children.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of life change that we've been through, when I look at my sister starting their journey with their first, it reminds me of me back when I had our first. I'm like unrecognizable to myself, like who I was and who I've become, I think because of what I've learned through having children. It is so warm out, but it is time for us to go running. You ready for this?
I guess so.
I'm not feeling it. things that is so nice about these runs is I feel like Cammie and I are just able to talk and kind of like catch up. So this like business meeting, it's a little high stress for me and it gets me all wound up. And I feel like after something like that, I'd have to like go blow off some steam. I don't know what my options are for that otherwise, but this is a way I feel like we can, at the end of the day, blow off steam together and we end up on the same page before dinner. So that's what I love about it. But it is so hot. I want to share this final thought of brilliance that struck me today. It's going back to what we were talking about earlier about parenting and how difficult it is to see someone else raise their kids. This right here is the blessing that comes with having children. It's huge. I mean, it's amazing. You have a life that is yours, that is a miracle. Like, life is amazing. Children are amazing. They teach us things that we can't learn in any other way. They teach us about God. So we have been incredibly blessed by that, period. And then we have this like tiny little sliver up here that is like parenting. And parenting is a blessing too. It's great. I mean, you can like teach kids how to run marathons, you can teach them obedience, you can watch them love each other, you can watch them ride a bike for the first time. It's super cool, like the way that we can be involved in parenting and shaping them. But this is so small compared to this, and this is what I've noticed. This right here is where my mind goes to spend the most amount of energy when it comes to our parenting and observing other people's parenting. But really, when it comes to my sister and brother-in-law that just had a baby, this is what just happened to them. They just got like blessed with a new life. And that's what I want to focus on and celebrate that, because it's really what I'm the most excited about. And this, we have the rest of our life to figure out that and to talk about that and to share what we've learned and what you guys have learned and what they've learned, and people do it all differently. Really what I want to do is celebrate the blessing that our children, regardless of the parenting, regardless of the style. So I hope that helps you guys. It kind of helps me actually put things in perspective a little bit, because this is, sometimes I focus on the small things. We're gonna go read and then go to bed or something. Have a good night.